welcome back to the Anime Happy Hour podcast reacts. So this video is a little different. We're not actually reacting to anything. We got a comment on the Patreon from Susanna, and we also got a comment on YouTube a while back. I don't know who that's from because it's like a lot of videos back, and I haven't looked honestly, but. We got 2 comments, so we're making a video.
That's all you need to do to get us to do a video. Just gotta get 2 people. Comment something, boom, guarantee.
Exactly. So basically, what this video is going to be about is how we met and John, and then how I got into Stray Kids. So we'll start with how we met, kind of. So the original. Like Anime Happy Hour podcast was me, John, and Kirky.
Yes. Good old Kirk.
And so basically, how I met John was I was going to college in Texas, and we did this. I was like transferring in the spring, so there was like for the spring transfers a like getaway.
Yeah.
Before we started the semester to make friends or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
And I met Dan, John's cousin, there. And so we became friends. And then after that semester, we lived together for like 3.5 years or something. And through knowing Dan, I met John, Dan's cousin.
Yeah.
Who Dan was like, John's into anime. It's like, oh, John's into anime, so we started talking about that, and we got to be good friends. And then, 2 or 2.5 years down the line, then we started playing video games with Kirky, who John knew from high school.
Yeah, he's in our friend group.
Yeah.
I know, by the way, I know all of these people he's talking about. These are people I grew up with in high school. So, like...
Yeah, that's how you met John and Kirky.
John, we became all of them. I met them in high school.
Yeah, so, and then I met everyone through Dan, who I roomed with in college.
Yeah.
Who is John's cousin. And so basically, I met Kirky because me and John would play Call of Duty together, and he brought Kirky in. So, and then as we're playing Call of Duty, summer 2021, John's like, you guys want to do a podcast? And we're like, yeah, sure. And so that's how this all started. And then for Richie, I met Richie when Kirky, because he's working and going to school and stuff, took a hiatus that he's still on.
He's been on. He's just been on for a while.
Yeah, from the podcast. So we needed a third. And John had been getting Richie into anime, right?
Yes, yeah. I've only watched anime for about 2-3 years, maybe 4. So like I haven't watched that many shows. But he's always been like, "Yo, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this."
So we brought Rich, and he had been keeping me updated before I met Richie about Richie's progress as an anime fan. Yeah. And so he brought Richie in. So the first time I ever met Richie was when he came in to record. Like episode 11 of the podcast or something.
Yeah. I'd never met you before. I was like, friends with my boys. Fuck it. Why not? I think he can't be a bad person. And I was correct on that one.
Exactly. So that's how we met. And then, obviously here we are. It's funny though, because I've known Richie for like 10 months, give or take.
Yeah, I'd say about that long.
Since January. And, I've met him in person more than I've met John, who I've known for like 3 years.
Yeah. It's crazy. Hey, it's crazy how things work like that.
It is what it is. All right, so about Stray Kids.
Yes.
So my first foray, I think that's the right word, into K-pop was I was on Twitter, and someone had retweeted a picture of Twice's Momo. And I thought, because I had no idea what K-pop was, I didn't know BTS or anything before that, and I thought Momo was really attractive. So I looked up to see if she was like an actress or something. Turns out she's a K-pop star. So I listened to some of their music and got into Twice.
There you go.
And then I was a huge fan of the Tower of God,
Mm.
the Tower of God manhwa webtoon, and they announced they were doing an what's it called, anime for it, and like in my opinion, the number one Tower of God YouTuber, Doctor Bonehead, was gonna do like a when it was announced that Stray Kids was gonna do the OST.
Hmm.
Was gonna do like checking out Stray Kids, so I tuned into his reaction videos to Stray Kids, and it helped that they were in the same company as Twice because that was like an easy connection I could make.
Yeah.
And so I checked them out, and they were dope. And then Top and Slump came out, and Tower of God came out. And then those of you who have seen Tower of God, at that like climactic scene in episode 12 at the end,
Oh.
when Slump is playing, that's the moment I was hooked.
Yeah, that is amazing. Oh, it was such a great moment.
So so basically, Tower of God and Twice got me into, and Dr. Bonehead got me into Stray Kids, and I've been a stay ever since. So yeah, I think that's it for
That's
the
the story.
video.
That's who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Don't have anything else to add on that one.
All right. Well, thanks for showing interest. Um, I hope you enjoyed this video, Susanna, and the other person who commented however many months ago that I forgot. I apologize. Anyways, we will see you next time. Peace.
See ya.